It swept the sky like a broom and got ready for a very special day. This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special day it is, a Monday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, Angel Purlee with Americans for Prosperity. Good morning, Angel.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Something like that.
Monday,
Yeah,
Monday.
happy Monday.
So good to me.
I hope so. I hope so. It's
I
only
do
8
too.
o'clock.
Yeah, only 8 o'clock, and so far so good. An absolutely beautiful morning, and that's we're getting into the September, the kind of going into fall, and it's amazing how many leaves have already started. Of course, we had that rain come in. We had a little bit, just a little bit. Some people didn't get as much as other people, but I think it really got their leaves moving, and I think
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of leaves in my yard because I don't have any trees in my yard.
okay.
However, a great place to look is a pool.
Yeah.
All the
I
pool
think
owners.
people that have the pool owners,
I know,
yeah,
all the pool owners are well aware when the leaves are falling.
absolutely, you
Yeah,
know it. Yeah.
So I know a few pool owners that have said some things about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's a beautiful time, and they're going to start changing.
I think they've started that as well.
I know, which is gorgeous. Always beautiful. Always so fun to see the different.
Oh, it's September. We got to start doing our thing. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, because actually it's a dying for them. They are,
Their life is far too long. It's time to go.
it's time to
We're
go.
saying their goodbyes.
Yeah. Goodbye. All right, let's thank our sponsors this morning.
All right, let's thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Purlee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, and McAllister Land Consulting.
All right, and kind of do a recap over the weekend. Friday night, we had Friday night football, full blown, and exciting games, and some really good games for some, and not so not in some people's favor, but it was a good games, and it was a beautiful night, a beautiful Friday night for football here on WSLM, high school football that is, and exciting for sure. And I'm looking up the look for sure the wins and everything on that. Want to talk about Saturday? Let's talk about that IU game. Was that not the craziest game?
IU has a great coach.
Oh
IU
my
has a great
goodness!
team. Okay, yeah, UCLA. They woo, that was a fun game to
I
watch.
think that was a shock to their system. I think they were like, "Who is this?" You know what I mean?
So, okay, as a you know, forever since I can remember, IU fan. And so everybody's like, oh yeah, you know, looking good, first half. And I said, just wait till the second half, okay?
I know.
Just wait till the second half, because that's whenever we usually
start losing it.
we do really great that first half,
Thought
and the
the
second
same.
half, for whatever reason, we
Thought
can't
the
hold
same.
strong.
Thought the same.
And I'll be darned if they didn't. I'm glad. Hey, I'll take that. You can shut my mouth up, put foot in mouth, whatever you want to call it. I will take it for that big. That was a win.
Crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I think UCLA was
UCLA's in Big Ten now. I mean, we got
I think
some
they were
Western-
like, "Who is this?" Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think even us, all of us Hoosiers, were like, "What team is this out here? Who is that?"
Yeah.
But-
UCLA is Googling us. Who's this dude?
Wouldn't that be funny? Like the number one Google search: who's the Indiana Hoosiers? Who's IU?
I'm sure that they got a lot of. I can only imagine. I would like to look up. I need to look up how many times what is a Hoosier got Googled.
Yeah,
this
you know,
past weekend.
I bet it's true.
But yeah, no, yeah, very exciting. So that gets gets a person, gets a fan super excited for the season.
Right.
So
And I'm gonna tread
hopefully
gentle.
I was like, hopefully we don't do typical like, oh, we're really good. Oh,
No,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
and then
that's.
we fade out.
I
So.
think it's a new day, and not to talk too much, but like with the referees, there were some calls there were some new calls, some different calls, and some maybe a little head scratching calls. But I'm treading lightly there.
That was hard to watch.
Some of those calls were like kind of new on some of that, but but anyway, but they still pulled through. So we're going to look at the positive and not dwell on that. But there was some really harsh calls.
Yeah.
When you see the
they've
coach
got
even
those-
looking like what?
those different rules. Just NFL and college don't have the same rules, so
It was quite different. Yeah, quite different. But
I mean, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I know. I mean, and I know we'll get to Sunday, but the NFL also has some rules as well, some newer rules too.
Right,
that
right.
everybody's like, oh, okay, that's a new rule.
it's always important before the season to Google or to do your research and find out some of the new rules, so that, like, when you're listening, or that you kind of understand it a little bit more. But anyway, very proud of IU, and I just kept thinking about the flight home, how exciting that was. I'm sure that there was a lot to talk about. I'm sure there was a lot of fun. I'm sure they had a good time, and I hope they had a great time celebrating.
Well, I think I heard them talk about that coach though, which I really like this, and I'm gonna butcher it. I'm not quoting him. It was something to the effect of that. He said, are you excited, or something, some sort of adjective of, are you excited, looking forward, when you win, blah, blah, and he said, it was either the game or the season is whenever we get excited, when the game's over, or, and I thought that's a really, like, that's a good way to look at it. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, or, type thing. So I really like that mentality of that coach. So I'm excited to watch this year.
I think
I wasn't excited.
No, but I think it is. No, it's always exciting, and I think a new coach, and he brought a lot of team players and a lot of his other coaches with him. I mean, he brought a bunch of folks with him, a bunch of players, and so he's kind of built his own little pyramid there. But what was cool, I thought, was he said that, like, I'm not used to taking second seat. And I thought I liked that. I liked his forward approach. I liked his I guess his speech, as far as like inspirational, or his, what do you call it, motivative speaking. I think he did good. I think he was talking about it.
He kind of reminds me a little more old schoolish.
Yes,
which
me too.
which I love.
Me too.
I love that.
I think so.
I love a little old school coaching.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I'm a Hoosier. I mean, so I do. I love that kind of the old school approach of coaching. And it might just be what Indiana. It's still early. I mean, it's early. That was one heck of a game. I mean, don't discredit that, but it's early in the season. So.
But he's got everybody to buy into him, and that's good.
He's setting the tone for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that's
we
exciting.
shall see. But like I said, I'm looking forward to this year. Looking forward to seeing
I think a
what.
lot of people are, yeah. So we'll have more tickets to give away, more games coming up for IU. I'm going to go backtrack to Friday. Salem lost to Brownstown 54-12. We know Brownstown's always tough. So I think that it still was good. That Salem, got some scores on them. Got it, and so very proud of Salem still on that because Brownstown's always tough. 54-12. Eastern lost to Silver Creek 13-7, which is good for the Eastern Musketeers to hang in there. But Silver Creek got the victory. West Washington fell to Springs Valley 55-15. Springs Valley is very tough this year too, so 55-15, and so at least all of our 3 county schools at least got a score to, but they did play some tough teams for sure. This week, Salem is on the road to Springs Valley. West Washington's on the road to Paoli, which is always a big matchup with West Washington and Paoli. And Eastern will host Corydon Central. And remember, too, they'll be, I'm sure, grilling on that one. So you want to make sure you get there early to get some good food at Eastern. The IU Hoosiers traveled, we talked about the Rose Bowl, UCLA, and let's see here. And Purdue lost to Notre Dame, which we knew was going to be tough. Notre Dame, 66-7. And I think the week before Purdue had the bye. I think they had the week off, and someone said I think they had this week off too but Notre Dame's tough. So 66-7, which Purdue will show themselves. They are always got a good team. Colts lost to the Packers, and I think it was 16-10. I think that's right. So anyway, sad loss for the Colts, but the Packers are always good too. So we've got more Colts tickets we'll be giving away through the season. So don't forget, I'm going to be giving away very shortly, going to be naming who's going to be winning for the tickets for Bourbon and Beyond. And that's going to be coming up. So make sure you do get your name registered if you would like to win the tickets. I'm going to be doing a drawing soon. So it looks like then, of course, this week in sports, tonight we'll have the Atlanta Falcons playing the Philadelphia Eagles at 7:30. Is that any of your you're doing the fantasy football? Is that any of your teams? And you got any players?
You say
the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't.
Anybody? Okay.
Now you got me looking.
Okay.
Listen. I
a Falcon or an Eagle tonight.
I lost last week.
Speaking of that, I have a funny Eagle story.
Oh my gosh, no you do not. No you don't.
Yes, I do.
I do not have any Eagles.
Okay. Or if any Falcons?
Or any Falcons.
Okay.
And
right.
yeah, I think I have, I'm done for the week.
Okay.
So, yeah, which I guess
Ugh.
which I guess tonight would be the last game to be done. But yeah, I just, this week I'm kicking some booty
Well,
though.
good for you.
I
Look
did
at
some
you.
rearranging here. I will tell you that if I would have switched out one player last week and not had him benched, I would have kicked last. But
Now,
last week's
when I did
too.
fantasy football, it was very sad for me.
Well, I am doubling. Let's just say I'm doubling
you.
the score for
Good
this
for you.
guy.
Tuesday we'll have the Braves at the Reds, and that'll be a 6:40 game. Pregame at 6:10. Wednesday will be the Braves at Reds again at 6:40 again. 6:10 start on that. Coach's Corner at 7 p.m. will be at McDonald's. That'll be this coming Wednesday with Chris Hunt will be there with McDonald's and the 3 county coaches, or they'll send a representative, and hopefully they'll bring the players. We always love when they bring the players. Thursday, the Braves at the Reds at 1:10. Pregame at 12:40. Looks like Thursday night, of course, NFL. Friday night, Salem Lions at Springs Valley, Eastern at Corydon, and West Washington Paoli, and then we'll have Indiana Sports Talk. Next Saturday, Charlotte at IU, 11 a.m. pregame. Pirates at the Reds at 1:10. Tennessee will be playing Oklahoma at 7. Purdue will be playing Oregon State at 8:30. Pirates at the Reds at 1:10. And then the Bears and the Colts will be a kickoff at 1 p.m. and Sunday night football. So
Yeah,
there we
Bears
go.
are at Colts, I think, this week.
Yeah, the Bears at the Colts. Yeah, Bears at Colts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yay! All right, exciting for that.
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
there's an exciting Chiefs and Bengals game
Yes.
yesterday.
Yeah, how did that come out? I was listening to that. Actually had that game on, and did it come out? I think the Chiefs, right?
Yes, it did.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yep.
A family torn
Thanks
between
to
two
Bud
lovers. There was a family torn between
Well,
two lovers.
You know, I did not gloat. I did not. I let Mahomes and Butker do their thing.
They did their thing. They did their thing.
They did the talking for me.
There you go. Love
So
that.
I did not.
that.
I just
Which I really did like. Mahomes coming out and saying, you know, and I'm just going to go tread lightly on this, but all of the political stuff that's going on and stuff and yada yada yada, not going there with that, but I do like what he said, that, and again he says kind of like what you say, that do your research, you find out, don't rely on other people to tell you about different candidates that are going to be running. Do your own research.
Yeah, I mean,
and he said, this is not what I'm about, and I love that.
I was a Mahomes fan before he was this popular.
But I mean, isn't that cool that he said? I mean, he really kind of just laid it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Coach has also taken that perspective as well.
Yeah, it's
Coach Reed, Andy Reid. So it would make sense for Mahomes to also have that. Kind of like that Belichick Brady thing. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are kind of have that relationship as well, I think. So, yeah, I mean, coming from, people who, the Chiefs have just a lot of attention on them, back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Mahomes still a great quarterback. Travis Kelce on the team dating Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I mean, they just got all kinds of attention.
Yeah.
So I think they're at that moment where it's just I got to be careful with what I say. I mean, I got to be careful with what I say because everything gets, oh my gosh. Everything gets taken so out of context and just everybody gets offended. And so I'm sure he's just trying to tread lightly on, everything he's saying. So just adds more to the reasons why I think he's awesome.
All right, today is the 16th day of September, already sandwiched in the middle of the month, actually a little over that. Today is Anne Bradstreet Day. I don't know what that is, Anne Bradstreet.
Is that a person, I guess?
Or maybe it's Annie Bradstreet. Annie Bradstreet. And looks like, I don't know what that is. I do know this. Collect Rocks Day. Collect rocks. Remember whenever it was real popular, whenever everybody was writing on rocks or drawing on rocks or painting rocks and laying them throughout the community. I love that.
She was an English poet.
I wondered if she wasn't something like that. Yeah. Didn't know her. I don't know of her though.
Yeah.
But Collect Rocks Day, and so if you like to collect rocks, I know a lot of people do that. And this is your day to do it. All different shapes, sizes, and a lot of times if you get rocks from different places,
I don't know a whole lot of people that collect rocks.
I actually was talking to someone the other day, and they love rocks, and I thought that was it was very unique. Very unique.
I don't think I know anybody that collects. Or at least haven't told me they collect rocks.
Well, very unique.
Yeah.
International Day of Preservation of the Ozone Layer. Yeah. All right. The Mayflower Day. Do you remember when you were a little bitty and we filmed the Mayflower?
I wonder in September they should have that in October or November.
I think so. Yeah.
Or maybe they're doing it because it's the kickoff of.
Remember when we did the Mayflower though? Remember all of the different? Remember we put the little boat in the bathtub and we filmed it all and you were the queen. Remember, wasn't that right? You were the. I'm trying to remember. We did a little.
Somewhat.
I've got to find that video.
Oh yeah, Abby was a pilgrim.
Abby was
Bree was an Indian.
Yeah. And
I was the queen.
And then the Whole New World was sung. A Whole New World.
Oh my gosh.
that video needs a resurface.
Go dig
I've
that
got
up
to find
somewhere,
that. I've got to find that. I'm going to work hard to find that.
I don't think I had played a big part, so you can 100%.
Oh, yes, you were. Oh, I definitely think you were.
I think I sat there.
Yeah, no, you said some words. There were some words that were said. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure they weren't on script.
No, yeah. They were very impromptu, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you kind of did whatever, just kind of feel it. Whatever in the moment you felt.
You're welcome for that. They probably aced it because of that. You're welcome.
I can kind of remember. I remember it, yeah.
Yep.
A few years ago, though. This is Mexican Independence Day. Ooh, National Cinnamon Raisin Bread Day, and it looks delicious. Ugh. Cinnamon raisin. Oh yeah, I'm in.
No, thank you.
I would. Yeah.
I don't do raisins.
Ugh. National Day of Prayer and Remembrance of Victims in Hurricane Katrina Day.
Oh.
That's very, very good. Very good. National Guacamole Day. Guacamole.
Ooh.
A lot of people like guacamole. Very healthy for you.
What was it? National Mexican.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then
I know.
Yeah. And if you put guacamole on a cheeseburger or burger,
I have not done that.
It is good.
I do love me some guacamole though. I like it when they make it like, there's a restaurant out in DC, and they might have other restaurants that do this, but I just know this one. And they will make it like you order the guac, and like everybody orders the guac on purpose because they sit right there and they just do it all in front of you.
They're pounding it and making it?
Oh yeah, everything right in front of you at your table. Kind of like, at some places you want some extra cheese, grinding it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And then you just let them keep grinding, and then finally it's like, okay, you can stop.
Yeah, this is like the avocado, like they literally make guacamole in front of you.
When they have one of those like bowls with the grinder, people that have that, I know they're like really, really serious about it. You know what I mean? When you have those little bowls and the grinder, and
yeah,
I was at a
I could go for some guacamole right now.
I was at a Christmas party, and they did the dirty Santa thing, which I'm not really good at that. I'm not really whatever with that. It doesn't matter to me. But anyway, they had one of those bowls and it had the grinder. I'm sure there's like a name for that. But anyway, it looks like something like kind of prehistoric to me. I don't know. But I mean, that thing, everybody wanted that. And I
don't recall. I think there was a man really just.
I bet he had that. I bet he had that bowl.
I don't remember now. I just remember it being like, oh wow,
especially
this
back
is different.
then. I mean, that had to be a few
back
years ago.
then.
A few years ago. In DC.
That was probably 2014. Okay.
A few years ago.
2014, 2015, probably.
National Tattoo Story for people that have the I don't have a tattoo, but I don't have a story. I don't have a tattoo story.
Tattoo story. I mean, there are, in fact.
Is it appropriate? Is it etiquette okay to ask someone about their tattoo, their story, or is it not etiquette? I don't know. I'm always like, sometimes people want to tell you, and sometimes people don't want to tell you.
I don't know why you would brand it on your body to be seen if you didn't want to be asked about it.
Okay.
Or if you were going to be rude when asked about it.
No, I don't think anybody's rude. I just don't know if that's like something that they.
Well, I was standing yesterday, and there was a woman and a man. Or no, I lied. There was two men, and this was at one of the ball games, and the man looked over at the guy and said, "Oh, what's that military tattoo? What'd you do in the military?"
Oh, that's cool.
I saw that, and he answered him. He was an MP, military police, and so, I mean, he didn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've heard other people ask about tattoos, like, "Oh, what is that?" I mean, there's tattoos, there's regretful tattoos, right? There's all kinds of, So I could just see something like, "Oh, don't ask," or or whatever. Oh, yeah. That was senior year spring break.
Yeah. Well, I think it's always like, it seems like sometimes, like if I've asked, it's like been like a loved one or something that was meaningful to a loved one or something that was meaningful to them. So I love people's story, and I love to hear like everyone's journey. So it is kind of cool when you do ask, you know what I mean? And I've had some that said, "Oh, shouldn't have done it," or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the majority like have a pretty cool story. So I think they usually do. I think most people, I can't say for sure, but I think most people do like share their story and are okay with that. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I don't.
So
I
National
don't know
Tattoo
ever
Story
been
Day.
like, "Don't ask me about that."
Don't ask me. But like if you're military and you have something military, then like, and that's cool because then you can say thank you for your service, or if you're in another military, you can say, oh, you can ask them.
Oh yeah, you can have a full-on conversation
that
about
would be
stationed and detailed. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So National Tattoo Story. I'm the the only tattoos I've ever had is the kind that you put on and then you add water and you rub them, and then they wash off. Well, sometimes they don't wash off; they hold on.
I've got my kids right now. Currently have a couple that are holding on pretty strong.
Holding on, yeah. It's hard
and
to get
I'm
them
like,
off.
why is that not coming off?
I know. And you rub and you rub and you rub. Yeah. This is Step Family Day. Okay. Oh, Teenager Workout Day. I remember working out as a teenager, and good workout as a teenager.
Worked out all the time as a teenager.
Yeah.
All the time.
And I think now they really encourage it. Well, I'm not saying they didn't back then, but I think they still encourage it, working out and getting in that good, I guess, the habit of taking care of yourself and working out.
I mean, we wake up for school and work out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a, yeah. That
Teenager.
was a long, you talk about, that was back, there you go, now you can say back in the day, because
Yeah.
that feels like a hot minute ago.
Yeah. Working Parents Day. Go get them, parents. Absolutely.
Amen.
We have to work to feed the kids.
You like that roof over your head?
That's right.
That's what was it? There
Working
was
Parents
something
Day.
the other day, one of them said, why do you have to do that? And I'm like, because it's my job. I have a job. Do you like to eat? Do you like a roof over your head? Gotta do it.
Do you see all these toys in this toy room?
Believe it or not, the bills will not pay themselves.
That's right.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, for sure.
I also really like my job, though, too. I enjoy what I do.
Yeah. It's not a job if you enjoy it, right? And then
Okay, well, then I enjoy whatever my hobby.
Whatever that is. Yeah. That thing you do.
Yeah, that political thing. I really enjoy it.
Right. All right. So, Working Parents Day today, which we're all for that. Everybody love working. I love a good work ethic. There you go. Go get them, Tigers. Let's see here. This is also World Play-Doh Day. That is something you're not crazy about, I know. And a lot of parents
Play-Doh
are
not my fave.
I know.
I mean, I've even tried. Okay, so I did. So I caved, right? And I allowed some Play-Doh outside. So this rings true as to why we've not had Play-Doh inside. So I was doing that, and then probably 2 days later, same Play-Doh, right? They play with it outside, yada yada. Fletcher comes home, and I'm like, what is that on your shoe?
Okay. I love
Mind
it, my man.
It's a white shoe. It was red Play-Doh.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, what is that on your shoe? And he's like takes it, looks at it and goes, oh, that's Play-Doh. So you stepped in the Play-Doh outside. Like, I mean, I just.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
And you were trying so hard. I'm trying to. Yeah, I know.
Listen, Joey doesn't share food. Angel doesn't do Play-Doh.
Well,
like,
I think Play-Doh is, well, of course, let's get real. We love Play-Doh. I mean, you smell it. You can't help but smell it.
I mean, it's great for
You
sensory.
can, I know. But also, the fun things you can build. You know what I mean?
I mean, I remember playing with Play-Doh a little. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know why everything has to be like we can't take care of things.
So just if I had one in one hand and one in the other hand, which hand would you grab? If you had to grab one.
Are you gonna tell me Play-Doh or putty?
No.
Oh.
Play-Doh or slime.
Ew, Play-Doh, 100%.
That slime picks up stuff. I mean, like,
Ew.
if you know what I mean, if it gets nasty stuff inside of it, it's like, oh.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But slime is, I mean, it's really cool texture whenever, like, you know what I mean, when you first open it. It's really cool. Play-Doh. I mean, these are things that, like,
no, I don't do
kids love.
slime. Not doing that.
So
no.
you pick Play-Doh over slime.
Yeah. Play-Doh, at least you can, like, when you pick it up, you
Yeah.
can, like, take a ball and, like, it'll also pick it up.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had Play-Doh more than once. Like I said, I mean, if my kids were, I guess we'll just use the word responsible enough to not.
I don't know any child that really is on that.
Well, because I have a friend that has Play-Doh all the time for sensory issues or reasons, and I don't hear complaints. But again, not everybody's also like oh my gosh, don't get that everywhere, like I am. Some people are a little more lax on that.
And I know a family that's really good with slime. I mean, they can do they do good. It doesn't get all the nasty stuff in it. They play with it and they do really well with it. So, I mean, I think it's whichever family you're in. I don't know. And then on the Play-Doh, you open it up. So let's say you have the blue, red, or yellow, or whatever. And then whenever they go to put it up, it seems like there's always like the blue and the red are stuck together, or the yellow. Everything's like the different colors. So you can't keep it like blues separate from the reds and the yellows, and
yeah, I mean,
it's a little.
But my kids, I think, would purposely do that. Like, like we can't have nice things.
No.
I mean, I've learned that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
We can't have nice things.
Right.
I mean, in a perfect world, yeah. Like it's not that I don't. I mean, it's not like I don't think your kids should not have Play-Doh. Like, go ahead, Play-Doh for everybody.
Yeah.
My kids just.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in a year or two. I mean, maybe when they get a little older, maybe they can show me like, hey, we're not gonna have it on the floor for me to step on and get all over my white shoe. I mean, it's like stuck. It got stuck up in like the crevices of of the bottom and on the side of the shoe, and I'm like,
he does it.
How in the world? Like how? But with Fletcher, like that's what I just ask him every day. I don't understand.
It's okay.
I do not understand. I love him to
death. Tell me which child it was. I would have known.
I know because
it's okay. It's all right.
He is my kid that is zero. Like he's my sensitive. Like he's so sweet. I love him to death. But he's like my kid that zero aware of his surroundings.
Totally.
Like I mean zero. So if he hits on you, like hits up on you or does something, runs on you, it's not like, believe it or not, it's not on purpose. Like
no.
I know it seems like it was vicious. I can promise you he has no clue. Like
yeah. No. There's no personal space. There's no.
No.
He's
no,
right
and just
there.
like, do you feel that leaking? Like, do you feel anything wet? Do you see that all over your shirt? I mean, all over your feet.
But
your
he's
hand,
smart as
but I know, and then he's smart as can be.
I know.
I mean,
that. Well, you know what?
So
it's
smart.
okay. It's attention to detail. He's not worried about the details, so that's okay.
He's like, that'll wash off.
It'll be all right. It's gonna be fine.
It's
I love
good.
that. That's maybe he's doing her life right.
Oh,
maybe he's living life right. Maybe we're wrong.
I mean, we had a milkshake yesterday that I think
Oh.
was everywhere but the mouth.
I know. I don't
I'm
even know.
I purposely had a straw for that. I that's what the straw's for, bro. I don't understand. Like I'm super confused.
It's all good.
I mean, and sure enough, you thought he would have just a regular ice cream cone. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, to that, yeah, he is. He's crazy smart.
Yeah. Wrinkled raincoat day.
Wrinkled raincoat?
Wrinkled raincoat. Yeah, we were just talking about wrinkling, like here you go and you try to iron stuff and it's so hard to, especially whenever you get out of the habit, it seems like more clothing. And actually, I know usually you kind of are the kind of that you won't get the clothing if it's a lot of wrinkle, if you have to do a lot of ironing.
Yes.
A lot of times you'll stay away from it, I know.
Again, very self-aware.
Very self-aware.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to iron that?
Here's the thing. I know what time I have to get ready already.
Uh-huh.
Get ready already. So, I know that if I buy something, then I'm gonna have to iron every time I wear it. Not doing it.
Not doing it. Not gonna do it.
Nope.
Gonna do it.
I'm not gonna do it. Like, I have seen. I mean, like, I have purposely gotten rid of clothes because of that reason too. Mm-hmm. Nope, I'm not doing it.
It seems like they're trying to make. Maybe I'm just hoping, but it seems like more clothes are just like are not. They're trying to get away from that where they have to do all that wrinkling or have to do all that ironing. It seems like. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. I steer away. Even I mean, it could be the cutest thing that I think is cute.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, yeah. And and it's like, and they have that like you can spray wrinkle release, and that works some. I mean, they do have little additives that they didn't have. I was on a business trip and I needed to iron and didn't and for whatever reason, usually like hotels have irons, but didn't. So I used my straightener. So you can, I mean, there's little tricks you can do, but still avoid it if possible. And there's like ladies that used to iron, like they keep their ironing board ready at all times.
I mean, there's probably still people out there that do. I mean, right?
And I'm happy for them.
If you tell me you can have a couple more minutes of sleep, or you can get up and iron your shirt, I'm going to take the couple more minutes of sleep, and that's just me. That's just what I have. I never know of a morning, like I have a plan in the morning. Sometimes things go smooth, sometimes things don't go smooth. So it's just best to not have like clothes that I can just grab and put on and go.
Grab and go. Love that. All right. What is slowly killing you, but you really enjoy doing it anyway?
I have a drink that I love, and I'm sure it's slowly killing me.
Okay. Well, it's Monday. The day of the week that's slowly killing me is what they're saying. Ha ha ha. They're talking about online where people are talking about things that are slowly killing you, but they really enjoy doing them.
Man, mine's not alcoholic. P.S. Like.
No. Well, I don't know. Let's see the list real quick. Number one, I haven't pre-read this. Number one, binge eating.
Ooh.
Binge eating.
I don't know if I do a whole lot of that.
Okay. Number two, putting things off.
That's killing me. Like doctor's appointments, like stuff?
I don't know. Not surprisingly, some of the most answers involves, but others have a different take. So this is what it said: putting things off. Number three, not sleeping enough. We've talked about that. There's just not enough sleep in this. I mean, everybody does that. They always put that to the last. I mean, you know what I mean? Don't you feel? That's always like the last pushed back. back burner for
Yeah.
sleep?
I
mean, I'm
don't-
not saying that people don't try, but usually that's something that they will push back. They'll give on. You know what I mean? Not getting enough sleep.
Yeah, I think I get adequate sleep. My kids go to bed really easily though, and they stay asleep.
They do. Well, and
so.
that should be important. I mean, everybody needs this sleep, you know, and that's what we need to do.
And they love having me to go to sleep at the same time they go to sleep. So usually we just start winding down. I talked to actually somebody over the weekend. She puts her kids to bed at 6:30.
6:30.
6:30 is bedtime, and I was talking to her about it, and I was like, "Oh wow." I was like, "Your kids do that?" And she's like, "Oh yeah."
Do they get up like a?
They get up at 6:30.
Oh wow! So 6:30 to 6:30, 12 hours. 6:30 to 6:30, a 12-hour nap or 12-hour sleep.
This is what I was told.
Never heard of that. Wow. I mean, I'm not
I mean,
I'm not saying anything. I'm just,
I
wow,
thought that
that's-
sounded like crazy too, but then I'm like, well, I think at one point, you know, I've done 7 o'clock a few times.
But maybe they like giggle and laugh. Maybe they go to bed at 6:30, but they don't actually go to sleep. I mean, because if you remember, you guys, I mean, we had bedtimes, but there was a lot of giggling and laughing, and it took a little while to wind down before everybody was snoozing. So maybe that's it. Maybe she like starts.
I did not ask her the details.
Well, I'm just saying. It just sounds like a lot of sleep, and I'm not knocking it. And maybe they need that, and that's good. I think everybody.
I mean,
has to
I would
figure out their own
argue,
pattern.
like, I mean, for example, so Jameson, like, is just go.
Always want to go.
So I feel like he could benefit from 12 hours sleep each night. If he's 12 hours going.
Yeah.
You know, 50-50 here. Go on, you know, 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Then he sleeps 12 hours a day.
Well, I personally would think it would be very difficult, especially as the children get older, if they have any kind of activities, and you know, I mean, then that's going to have to probably, I mean, maybe not, I don't know. But
yeah, I don't know.
It just seems, you know, I mean, you'd have to have an early supper, which I like early supper.
Well, and it might, I mean, you know, it might adjust.
Yeah.
She might adjust it, but
well, there you go.
I don't know
if that works. Whatever works, you know, and whatever you.
For some reason, I don't feel like that's the first time I've heard that, or maybe it was 7. Maybe it was closer to 7. But 30 minutes, I mean.
Yeah, I think you got to figure out what works best for you, and I think everybody's individually different, and every family we know is different. So, but I do think that, and I think this is just a regular statement, a blanket statement to say that a lot of times we are not getting enough sleep, and I'm as guilty of that. I will push that off. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jameson couldn't go to sleep fast enough like yesterday.
Well, he was playing 2 football games.
He had a tournament yesterday, and it started early. So
yeah, I think that.
As I said, he go 24/7.
Well, and that's, I I like that, where go, and then you'll sleep good at night. Let's see, number 4, fast food. We all love that. We all love that. But I think fast food. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of a. I think they've really worked hard to make healthier choices too. I mean, in fast food, you can make healthier choices. Sometimes. Not saying you have to. Just saying sometimes you can.
I will not comment on this one.
Okay. Number 5, not exercising.
Define exercising, because I tell you right now, I'm running after kids all day long. Is that exercise? Because
yeah.
That's what I actually was talking to someone about. I used to love to run. Not that I don't now. I can't find the time to run. Like, I would love to go just running. Like, just have running in my day. A good old run, always like.
Keeps thinking of Forrest Gump. I'm sorry.
What?
Running, just.
And they were running. Yeah, I mean, I do. I like to run.
Yeah, and that's good. Number 6, sitting too much.
I don't think I do that.
No, but I do think sometimes, you know, I mean, you can do that, sitting too much. But that's where we have our lovely.
Like, she sat down for 2 minutes. Oh, no,
we can't have that. We can't have that. She made a lap. Anytime you make a lap, anytime your children see that I've made a lap, we're going to change that real quick. You know, but I do say my watch will tell me, like, my watch gets extremely forceful with me that you need to stand. Okay, but I don't get that too often, but it will. My watch loves to tell me what to do.
I got a kid that says that.
Number 7, again, there you go. This is you. Energy drinks.
Whoop, there it is.
There it is. Nope, no good. I'm telling you, no good. You got to be careful with that. Nope, not good. Number 8, social media.
Oh,
These are
thank
things
God.
that are slowly killing us, but we love doing them. Social media. Okay, number 7, sugar.
Well.
So good, sugar. Da, 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 da. Oh, honey, honey. You kind of love it. I know. It's so hard, though.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Okay, number 10, eating ramen noodles every night.
Man, I am like, I might be dead tomorrow.
Why would that slowly be killing you? They say they're really bad for you, but then I don't know. There's so many people that eat them. I don't know.
Listen, as a picky eater, I grew up on ramen noodles, okay?
I know. Number 11, bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers.
I don't do bacon, so.
Okay. Number 12, parenting.
Who made this?
I don't know. This is true. This is a survey. The survey said.
Oh, but people are being silly with it, because parenting, come on.
Number 13, welding.
Welding? Why is welding?
I guess that hurts your eyesight. The black soot, and rust blown out of the respiratory system is someone responded. You're supposed to wear a welding mask though, but for those that don't, I guess welding.
Oh, for those that don't wear the mask.
Oh, number 14, processed meat.
Yep.
Oh, now here we go. So this one does make it okay. I was kind of like really following this now.
Caffeine.
Number 15, dating men. I don't know, slowly killing you, but yeah, okay. Now I've figured out what kind of list it is, but you really enjoy doing it anyway. I do think like the not getting enough sleep, maybe sitting too much, not getting exercise.
I think they just added those in there.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get it to number.
I don't trust this.
I think they should have stopped at 10. I don't know if there was 5 that they could maybe taken out. I don't know. So
I think that they ruined it when they just yeah.
All right, let's talk about what you've got going on with Americans for Prosperity. Okay. Of course, want to remind you that we're getting closer and closer. What are we at? 52 days or so. Here, let me tell you what the people are saying. Of course, we want to say that that Trump was attempted or shot at or attempted shot at in the vicinity yesterday. Which, you have so many people that when they start talking about his family and how his family's like finding out about it, and I think how personal that is for a family, it's very sad for sure. And I think that a lot of people are really kind of wondering and worried about this. And of course now they said they have not even got the full report of the first time that he was.
Well, this was the FBI is saying it was an assassination attempt.
It was or wasn't?
Was,
yeah.
Yeah, they came out and said that. There are some suspects, I think.
Oh, they already got him. Yeah, they got him. They had him on.
And everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
Well, they picked him up, okay, and which they were really. I mean, that was good on his part. That they are good on their part that they got him. So. And they showed the area that the shots were taken from, and yeah, it was just no good. Very scary feeling for everyone, and I think that's something that I hope that's done. I hope it's all done.
Yeah, the officers fired at least 4 rounds back at him.
Yeah,
it was unclear if the suspect actually fired back at the agents. There was a witness that captured a photo of the suspect gunman's car.
Yeah.
License plate and gave it to authorities. It was a black Nissan, which whatever, it doesn't matter. The FBI said it was addressing the episode as an apparent attempted assassination. Yeah. And
he had quite a record already, so they were, I can't remember everything that they'd said, but do your research. But here's the thing that I'm hearing with everything going on, and I hate this so bad. I do. I don't think anybody. This shouldn't be going on. But I think you've got to do your research. That's what everybody's really worried about, making sure that everybody gets informed before the election. And it's time for everybody to really start getting in deep and finding out, because that's what I don't think there's going to be any more debates. I think the vice presidents are trying to schedule one, right? The ones that are running for vice president. I think they're trying to get one scheduled. I think, but but you got 50 something days to find out, and that's where I think again accountability and doing your own research.
Yeah, I mean,
is
don't
important.
rely on the debates.
No, right,
I mean,
exactly.
If we've learned anything, don't rely on the debates.
We didn't really find out a lot of information that maybe some of the questions that people had.
I mean,
were not
I think
answered.
you know the debates anymore. I don't know. I mean, like let's stick to to priority policy, right? Like let's stick to things that matter. I think that some people just get off-roading here, and you know, you can debate a subject without having to just throw stones every time. I mean, and it's just, yeah, I mean, ugh, it's tiring, to be honest with you. Some people people are just wearing. But I'm really sorry. I was looking into this. Ryan Ruth, I guess is how you say it.
Yeah.
He was spent his life in North Carolina before moving to Hawaii. And he actually did an interview with New York Times for an article about Americans volunteering to support the war effort in Ukraine. He revealed that he traveled to Ukraine after Russia's 2022 invasion to recruit soldiers from the war from among Afghan soldiers who fled to the Taliban. I don't know. I wonder what his motive was here. I don't know. He has posted, though, where he has been supporting President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris. So,
well, it's
I don't know.
sad and unhappy, and I hate that I hated hearing. I know everybody did, and I'm happy that I'm very thankful, I guess, that it didn't turn out like it could have turned out.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost, it's kind of, I mean, like sad, heartbreaking. You don't have to like the man. I mean, it's just humans, right? I mean, humanity here. Trying to take somebody's life over an election. I mean, just let the election do the process.
Yeah.
I mean, let Americans speak. Let that process happen.
Uh-huh.
Why do we have to try to take out somebody's family member?
Yeah.
Over an election?
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're that angry, there's ways to try to make sure to guarantee taking a life is not one of the answers.
Right.
You can, I mean, get involved in a campaign. You don't, I mean, let's just say, this is theoretically, he didn't like Trump. Okay, he doesn't like Trump, doesn't want Trump to be president. Okay. Kamala, I'm sure, is taking many, many volunteers. Many, I'm sure. I mean, and vice versa. You don't like Kamala Harris. I mean, not that she's been shot at twice, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's right, and I know life's never fair. It's just, I don't know. I mean, he does have, Donald Trump, despite you like him, love him, whatever, he does have family, and he does have people that depend on him day to day.
Absolutely.
And
sure.
I think it's sad that that's what we're doing right now.
I know.
I think it's sad. I think it's embarrassing as a country.
That's very, yeah, that's exactly right.
I think that, we got to do better. I mean, there's an election happening in, what do we say, 50 something days. That's not the way elections run. Oh, you don't like the other candidate, just take them out. No, that's not how we do it here.
I think the key word you said is we're better than this. And this is something that needs to be, no more. You know what I mean? Enough's enough. This is done. We should be, I mean, we had it one time, and 2 times is too much.
Yeah, I mean, the man should be able to live his life as well.
Exactly.
I mean, he should be able to go golfing, and he should be able, to go and campaign rally. That's his job as the candidate, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that people are making it to and I don't know how he feels. Like I said, I know he's a human though. Um, that he might not make it home if he steps out of his, front door. That's not a way to live.
Yeah.
And if anybody, you know, that condones that, that's not right.
Yeah. Well, I think that that's something that I if you Google and you listen to how some of the first time how his family members, especially his son, like found out about it, it's really sad. I mean, it's very very sad, and it's like you said, the family members, and it's just not good. So, um, I know they'll keep talking. More details will come out, I'm sure. More investigating will come out, and we'll find out more. But it was just something that I felt was, and this time he was actually just doing his own thing. He was doing his own
he's on American soil.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not in the military trying to, which, right? I mean, military does it every day. They signed up for it. They're well aware that's happening.
Well, they're prepared. Yeah.
Yeah, he's defenseless.
Well, even in football, did we not see when you try to, a defenseless attack? You know what I mean? Remember during Saturday night's game when you're like defensive, if you're going for the ball and you're defenseless and you get knocked. Remember?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not saying he doesn't have like security detail and around him or anything like that, but
well, obviously he did. Yeah.
But at the same time, that's irrelevant. This man is just trying to live his life. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get on his things, and everybody voices. Let's go back to social media. Everybody voices their opinion about him. That's one thing, but don't go shooting. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, to what end? I guess to what end does this stop?
Exactly.
Whenever you finally hit him, I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah. That's sickening. That's very hard.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, yeah, just let the American people speak.
Right.
If it's Kamala Harris, then it's Kamala Harris. If it's Donald Trump, then it's Donald Trump.
Right.
But let the election process do what it's supposed to do what it was made to do.
Right. And that brings it into a good segue into making sure everybody get out and vote.
Yes,
I wish
please.
that would that not be. I mean, like the percentage of people that vote is so low, and it's so sad. And I know that I know our personal clerk's office. I'm sure every clerk's office in the United States gets sad about the low voter turnout. So maybe, with the presidential election, we've talked about that. Usually it is a little bit higher.
A presidential general election normally it turns out a lot.
Well, let's hope so.
But I think, it can either go one way or another, right? People get so over it and they're like, I'm not voting, I don't care, whatever.
I've not heard that. I've not heard that one.
Or you get to a point to where, I've heard a lot of undecided.
Yeah, I have heard a lot.
There's a lot of undecided right now, and it might come down to the undecided too. But yeah, I think that you get that, or you get the people that this is going to be a life-changing, monumental election. So it's imperative you get out and vote. There's several ways. There's early voting. Or there's the day of, which if you can do it, I highly recommend doing that.
But if there's any doubt that you might not make that, go ahead and do early voting. You have early voting. You have, and our clerk's office is open on Saturdays. There's early voting. There's when they start
closer to election.
They will even mail the ballots, overseas, like military. I mean, they go above. They spoon feed us.
If you are able to vote election day, vote election day. But if you don't, then absolutely take advantage of the early voting.
Yeah, absolutely. And if for any reason you think you might not, if there's anything that possibly could be an obstacle in your day, then just go ahead and early vote. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do agree. I think a lot of us like to vote actually on election day. It's kind of a privilege. It's a tradition. It's a something we enjoy doing, and we know that the poll workers, they're gearing them up, getting them ready. I know that they're already, going to be testing the machines. Going to be the process of getting ready for that election day. There's so much behind the scenes that goes on getting ready for that.
And that's speaking in the clerk's terms, and that's also speaking in the candidate terms as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, And I know, obviously, the presidential is always a hot ticket, even more so now with all the events that are taking place and have taken place in the past. We have other races too. I mean, don't
Absolutely.
forget about those.
Sure.
Don't overlook those. Make sure you do your research on, there's federal level seats that are open within your states. There's state level races that are open. Yeah. So just don't forget that. Some local level races.
A lot of local. Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Yeah.
make sure you are. I mean, this is a very big election. Um, and just call me. I'll tell you who to vote for. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, I think on that, I think that that on the local level, I mean, we're going to again have our forum, and hopefully that everyone will come out, and working on that right now, and hopefully everyone will come out. It's not a debate; it's a forum, just kind of to meet your candidate. But besides that, if you take time to just do the research and find out about that person, and and from a local level is so important. These are people that are going to be making local decisions, which is very important. So you need to really know who you're voting for.
Yeah, I mean, they do. I mean, yeah, like I said, the presidential is a hot ticket. It's a hot item. We know that. Um, but there's everyday decisions that are being made at the local level that affect you.
Right.
And state level. So just remember that. Make sure you are doing your research. Yes, a lot of research to be done. But the candidates are putting it out there, so take advantage. They are, and they're out and about. They're.
Does the Americans for Prosperity? I know you have a website. I know that, but do you guys kind of have a little bit of a bio on everybody, or do you have a little bit of information about everybody?
So we come out with endorsements, and we come out with reasons.
I was going to say, is there like a pros and cons,
yes,
or why?
Yes,
or
we give the specific reasons as to why we're supporting that person. Whenever we do place those endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also happy to talk about them, in further detail to anybody that would, but also as Americans for Prosperity. So we have, kind of our policies, and that we support, that we're against. So 9 times out of 10, and I don't really know that statistic, but a lot of times, how about that? Most of the time, you kind of know which candidate we're going to support depending on the policies. So we've seen, we've endorsed Senator Mike Braun, who's running for governor, and we saw him as senator. Did great work in the Senate. We know what he's capable of. We'll feel that he's going to do a great job in the governor's position. So we feel that he will. He's the best pick for Hoosiers.
All right, well, there you guys. Yeah, and you took that actually pretty early. You've had
we
that
did. We took that pretty early. We knew what we were getting with Senator Braun. We knew that. We saw, like I said, we really liked what he did in the Senate, and hopefully people realize that too. So we've taken that stance as well. We've also got some other state level races throughout the state that we're working on right now. Got a lot going on down here in southern Indiana, specifically. So keep an eye out for those. And again, if you want to know why we support who we support, more than happy. You can look it up, or also I'm more than happy to discuss those details.
Love that. Well, and if someone would like to know more about Americans for
Go
Prosperity,
to
or become a volunteer,
come be a part. We do fun things too.
Yeah.
Not just we don't always do the politics. We don't always just we have events that are a lot of fun, or you can just come in and hang out, fellowship. Like-minded people is always fun to be hanging around with. To have those really detailed discussions. It's fun. So you can go to americansforprosperity.org. You can go to any of our social media outlets, or you can just contact me, and I can get you plugged in somewhere that you see, that you fit best. We'd love to have you.
Love that. All right, sounds like a good plan. All right, and time goes by so fast. I know this is Squirrel. I know we're talking politics, but I just think this is so cool, and I know that I just have to tell this because I did not know this, and this is just something that everybody loves ketchup, but the guy who invented the upside down ketchup bottles with the opening at the bottom instead of the top sold his company to Heinz back in 1995 for $13 million. What a grand idea.
Wow.
Can you imagine just changing the upside down ketchup bottle? You made $13 million.
Well, funny
Now
you
tell
say
me-
that. I'm telling you, and I have witnesses. I said it maybe too loud to somebody that the ketchup that comes like the dipping sauces for like nuggets or whatever.
Yeah.
I said ketchup should be in one. Before that happened, I said they should make ketchup in one of
It
these.
was probably somebody you went to school with. They heard it and they acted on it.
I
and
said that.
They're
I
sitting
said
with
that.
millions of dollars in the bank because
Watch,
of that.
that's been around before I was born.
Just not in
Watch
this
that
community.
happen.
Just not in this area.
Listen,
Yeah, because you know
listen,
sometimes.
I promise you, it's
Yeah.
my idea.
Okay,
It
well,
was,
somebody
it
said
was.
$13 million
That's-
richer.
well,
because
not
all
the
he did-
upside
all
down
he
bottle.
did
I
is-
can't
all-
take
I know,
credit
but
for
all
that.
he did was just look at it and realize the upside down bottle. I mean, how simplicity, $13 million simplicity. That's just pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, I had
my
to just. I'm
conditioner
sorry.
people should take note of that.
I just think, my goodness. Okay, talk about that. All right, we're gonna get. I had to. That one just couldn't go. I had to just tell that one. All right. Anyway, thank you, Angel. Americans for Prosperity. Thank you for being wonderful sponsors here on Coffee Club every morning. And we do have a new sponsor. We're very happy to have Marshall Monuments join us, and of course all of our other sponsors. So let's thank them, Angel.
Yes, let's thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Purlee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, and McAllister Land Consulting.
All right, everyone's have the best Monday ever.
Happy Monday!
Got land? Want cash? Vital Farms is here to help. Become an egg farmer and we'll set you up with our best-in-class support team, teach you egg farming our way, and compensate you fairly for the eggs you produce. Call 844-494-VITAL today to learn how you can transform tree-filled or underutilized land into cash flow for your family. Again, our number is 844-494-VITAL, or apply online at vitalfarms.com/farmers.
When you want to honor your loved one, you choose someone you can trust. Marshall Monuments, Southern Indiana's monument experts. In their 78 years of community service, Marshall Monuments has provided excellence and experience and continues to take pride in workmanship and guarantees satisfaction in the final product. Whether you're looking for a custom monument, stones, or mausoleums or military markers, Marshall Monuments not only services all of Kentuckiana, but can come to you when you can't make the trip to the local office. Corey Churchman and the staff at Marshall Monuments do everything by hand and stand by the quality of their work. When you're dealing with Marshall Monuments in Salem, you're working with expert craftsmanship and specially trained stone artisans. Call or text today at 812-412-2014 for a free estimate and to set up an appointment to see their quality work, or stop by the shop at 106 South Water Street in Salem, Indiana. Top quality stonework at hometown prices.
Experience the joy of the journey with great fall savings on Michelin tires. Between August 28th and September 23rd, get up to $60 via reward card or virtual prepaid card after online submission on purchases of 4 or more new Michelin passenger or light truck tires totaling $900 or more. Tire purchases totaling $899.99 or less get $40. Available at Washington County Tire Supply in Salem. See www.michelinman.com/auto/deals.
They have been at this for over 30 years now. I'm afraid this is as good as it gets. The Rick and Bubba Show.
Here we go. Thanks for being here today. Speedy, Greg Adler, they're here. Welcome back for a brand new